So, as a father to young men with autism, what advice would you give to other parents whose children with autism are now adults?
Um, that's a good question. Um, I think I think the onset, and I wish it weren't the case, but I think the onset, at least it was for me. Um, I'll tell you a silly story. Back when I was younger, um, there would always be. I like to golf, and golf is. I'm not a good golfer, but I like to golf. And you would always hear back when I was younger, what's the perfect foursome? And some people would say the Pope and Michael Jordan and somebody else is my perfect foursome. And it was just the idea of if you had to spend 4 or 5 or 6 hours with three other individuals, who would you like to spend that with? And I do recall very consciously after leaving the hospital when my last son, Jonathan, was born, that I had my perfect foursome. I was driving home from the hospital. We forgot a diaper bag or something. And, I remember saying I was looking down the road 20 years to me and my three sons out on a golf course. That was my perfect foursome. So, and ridiculous as it sounds, um, I remember that standing on that hospital corner, and this really sounds stupid looking back, but um, one of the things I thought about when the doctor said, and when I realized how severe Jake's condition one was, there goes my foursome. I've lost my dream. So what I'm trying to tell parents is, I guess in a variety of ways, um, that diagnosis sometimes brings a loss of hope. Mine was a silly thing about having a foursome, but it's all just whatever you envision your hope to be. And I think now, looking back, I regret that I felt that way. Um, I guess a lot of people feel that way. But my advice, if I were to give any, is never lose hope. You can't. My wife never took that approach. Her approach was always, let's just focus on positives. And okay, well, if they can't golf, maybe we'll all sing together. And it wasn't quite what you thought it was going to be, but it can be just as fulfilling as what you wanted it to be. And that is true. And I can say that with full sincerity. I still worry about my sons. Jake especially, he can't talk. As we all get older, we get aches and pains. So how does he wake up if he has back pain, which, I unfortunately get more often than I ever did when I was younger? How does he articulate something that simple? Will he live with that back pain and nobody will ever know? There's a million different ways you can drive yourself crazy with what ifs. And I would submit that try to spend as little time as possible on those things and do what my wife did. Find people that are supportive, find solutions. Don't worry. Don't worry as to whether what society measures as a success. I think I shared with you, Rachel, that my one son, it took him months and months to learn how to tie his shoes, but when he eventually reached that milestone, it was a big milestone. So and for other individuals, it seems like something you can learn when you're 4. Yeah, to parents, I would just say you will have some dark moments. You will think bad thoughts. Try to get them out of your head as fast as possible. Because the one thing I can promise you is that the greatest benefit to my wife and I say this with all honesty, we are far more the benefactors of charity than we are the givers of it. There are so many nice people that give of their time, and they don't have children like ours. So we're obviously doing things because we're personally affected. I meet people every day that are just saying, I want to help just because I think it's a good thing to do. There are angels everywhere. And as much as there are some negative things and as much as you will, hit some walls, there's far more. It's just so much. The good so far outweighs the bad. You just have to find it. So force yourself to get out of your comfort zone, which is literally what I did when we started the charity. I did not want to talk about this for years. I didn't pretend that this didn't even exist for years. I probably talk about it too much now, but it's the whole point is try to be optimistic. Try to find the good because you will find it. And there's They don't put good things on the news enough. They put bad things on the news, and we're all inundated with bad things, bad things, bad things. When you are as lucky as we are to be involved with a charity like this, all we see all day long are acts of kindness. I mean, we're so spoiled in watching others. It motivates us to work even harder because, again, you'll find a mom, single mom, 5 children, 3 of them have autism. And you're like, oh my God, how does that mom even get up out of bed in the morning? You know, Irene will be going through the Christmas list and she'll be like, Dave, listen to this. She goes, 37-year-old mom, 7-year-old son, autism, 5-year-old daughter, autism, 3-year-old son, autism and blind. And I'm like, and again, when you meet those parents, they are the most optimistic parents because they have to be. You can't, and it is tough. Marriages are strained. So what? Fight through it, right? Your children have to be the first priority. Just it's easy to find, reasons to have, things go wrong. It is hard to work it out, but, more and more and more, and really that's what we hope the goal of our charities. We hope we can build volunteers in the hundreds of thousands, not just here in Canada, everywhere around the world. And again, we're sitting on opposite sides of the world right now. We're communicating. You might as well be in the building next door to me. So, there's, again, COVID has been a terrible thing, but it's also shown us that, you rethink about how you can communicate with people. So, yeah, anyway, I hope that helped. That's probably not the answer you wanted, but.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.